It was Bezos, then it was Gates. I'm sure there's probably been some other Silicon Valley divorces that haven't made the mainstream media. But I just wonder, who's up there next? Because I sit back and you look at how powerful some of these like tech oligarchs have become, and I have to sit back and say, what would it be like to have to, be in a marriage with that person and to live with like that ego day in and day out? And maybe some of these people don't have ego, it's just an assumption, but you just kind of see what, how they project themselves in public, and it's like, man, what's it like living with that person? And I look back and, I remember seeing Bezos and they did like a 15-year comparison, and it was like Bezos looking like your normal, tech spoof photo back in the day, the coder and crammed in the corner. And then next to the photo, it shows him with like he lost some weight and shaved his head, and he's got aviators on and like a puffer coat, and he looks like a whole different dude, and like he's starting to feel himself. And it's like, all right, well, this is like, Bezos 2.0, and then he goes and finds somebody else. Like, not surprising. And Bill Gates, is that surprising at the end of the day? I don't know. People talked about the Epstein stuff that, you know, comes out a little bit here and there. I just always felt like she was running away from something that might have been coming, like she was just going to get the hell out. But no one knows. They only know, right? It's only between them at the end of the day. And then I look at, Elon Musk. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think he's had like I think he's been married three times, possibly twice to the same person. Again, don't quote me on that. It seems like he's just been, maybe he doesn't plan on getting married ever again. Um, you know, he had that relationship going on with his partner there for a while. Maybe it's smart to get to that point where it's just like not worth getting married again. Dorsey, I don't think he was ever married. Don't quote me on that. Um, I don't think I've ever seen anything in the news about his love life. Not that I care particularly, but then I look at Zuckerberg, and I'm just like, man, I just feel like he's gonna end up becoming the most hated person in tech. If you read the stuff on like Reddit and some of the forums, and then it seems like he might already have that crown, to be honest. And you just wonder, like, are you gonna see that divorce happen next? And I'm not wishing it on him. I hate talking about it. I don't want to put it out there, but I just feel like these people get so much power and so much wealth. I just couldn't imagine what it's like dealing with that person every day. You already kind of see it now, even with people when one of the people in the family start getting more money, and you start to see that power imbalance. One person starts thinking they're better than the other. It just goes downhill from there. But you look at the like what's going on in technology as a whole. I don't know, man. You wonder how many more of these things are just gonna fall like dominoes. It's at some point, does your ego just get so big that the other person just doesn't want to deal with it anymore? It's one thing with sports. You look at sports players, celebrities in general. They kind of like hit a peak or they level out, and then like that's what it's going to roughly be forever. I mean, there's certainly probably plenty of egomaniacs in Hollywood, for example, or someone's sports career takes off. But it's going to eventually come back down. You're going to get 35 years old, and it's your career starts to fall off in sports. With the tech people, though, that wealth just keeps building. Like you become a billionaire, and then you become a 10 billionaire, and then you're a 50 billionaire, and then you got 100 and 200. And it's like, how much does someone change between having like a billion and having 200 billion? And they start to amass this power. They start buying up, other companies and more political assets. It gives them even more power. I gotta imagine. I don't know. I think there's Warren Buffett still married. I guess so. But that dude's out there eating dollar sausage, cheese, biscuits for breakfast. Maybe homeboy hasn't fucking changed over the years. I don't know. You just sit back and like, all right, who's next? It's I don't know. We'll see. Just a thought. I'm sure there's plenty of other of these like tech billionaires or multi-hundred millionaires out there that are going to end up down the same path just because of ego and power. It also seemed like they started to get a little crazier after they amass all that power and wealth, but I don't know. Anyways, who's up next? Who's on deck? Drop a comment below. Till then, I'm going to catch you on the next one.